No, this is for the month of Nisan. Now you write, I didn't write it for Chanukah. I'm going to tell you and you're going to add it.
Like Chanukah over here, no?
Wait, אפשר? Can we start? Sigi? Oh, okay. Dear ladies, please look at the first page. You have it also translated in English. It's from Parshat Nesor, Chumash Bamidbar, Parashat Anisim, the portions of the presidents. So, Sephardic, on the first day of Chanukah, which means on Wednesday, the eve of Chanukah is Tuesday night. Okay? Not this week, the next week. B'siyata Dishmaya. Tuesday night. So on Wednesday morning, we open the Torah. The whole days of Chanukah, in the synagogue, they open the Torah and read Parashat Anisim. 3 men go up to the Torah and read Parashat Anisim. Kohen, Levi, Israel. Not Tuesday, זה ערב, Tuesday זה הערב של חנוכה, בבוקר, ביום רביעי בבוקר. So which means next week, Wednesday morning. So, dear ladies, you're at home, but you can still read Parashat Anisim. For the first day, we start reading Sephardic, start reading from Vayidaber Hashem el Moshe לאמור, דבר אל אהרון, the triple blessing of the Kohanim. They start from verse 22, you see it? Chaf Bet. Vayidaber Hashem, it's over here. If you don't, you see 22? Oh, you have it also in English in numbers. It's from verse 22, you see it? This is for the first day. The Ashkenazis, they started, Vayi beyom klot Moshe. Ashkenazim, they start on chapter 7, verse 1. Sephardic start with the triple blessing of the Kohanim because all the miracle of Chanukah was with the Kohanim. So the Sephardic started on chapter 6, verse 22, and the Ashkenazi start for the first day, chapter 7, verse 1. Do you see it? Right next to it, 1. Okay, it could only, wait, it doesn't end. It's until, turn to the next page. Turn to the next page. It's until verse, everybody continues, Sephardic and Ashkenazi, until verse 17, including verse 17. Okay? עד פסוק ט"ז, י"ז, כולל פסוק י"ז. זה כולם, זה אשכנזים וספרדים. ההבדל זה רק בהתחלה, מה שפותחים. עד י"ז, כולל י"ז. עד נחשון בן עמינדב. Until you come to נחשון בן עמינדב, this is the first day of Chanukah. Until נחשון בן עמינדב, all of this is the first day of Chanukah. Okay? The second day of Chanukah, it starts ביום השני. On the second day, you see verse 18. You see it? So everything that is included from 18 to 23, including 23, this is for the second day.
This one.
You see?
So the
second day of Chanukah is from verse 18 to 23rd, including 23.
Now it's divided.
Yes. Now it's divided. So second day, you see, ביום השני, מקריב on the second day. The third day, on the third day, verse 24, until verse 29, including 29. You see it? It's divided. You can see it. On the fourth day, it's from verse 30. מה מתוקה? כן. תראי, כל הפסקה. ביום השני, ביום השלישי, כל אחד זה לכל אחד מהימים. את רואה? טוב, אז רגע, I'll explain again. The second day for the Hebrew speakers is from י"ח עד כ"ג, כולל כ"ג. The second day, I'm going to tell you for the English speakers, from verse 18 to verse 23, including 23. The third day, יום השלישי, מפסוק כ"ד עד כ"ט, כולל כ"ט. The third day is from 24 to 29, including 29.
When exactly do we read this?
בבוקר. אמרת שחרית, תקראי אחר כך את זה בבוקר, כן. No, in the morning. We read this in the morning, dear ladies. When they open the Torah, and when we are not in the synagogue, you can read it in the morning with them. So, for the fourth day, זה היום הרביעי, מפסוק למד עד למד ה' כולל למד ה'. It's from it's from verse 30 to verse 34, including 34. The fifth day, you see it ביום החמישי, מפסוק ל"ו עד מ"א, כולל מ"א. Which means the fifth day is from verse 36 to 41, including 41. עד צורי שדי. ביום החמישי, תראי לה עד צורי שדי, זה ביום החמישי. On the sixth day, ביום השישי, ממ"ב, אתם רואות את זה? ממ"ב עד מ"ז, כולל מ"ז. On the sixth day, it's from verse 42 to verse 47, including 47. On the seventh day of Chanukah, we read from, אנחנו קוראים ביום השביעי, מ"ח עד נ"ג, כולל נ"ג. We read on the seventh day from verse 48 until verse 53, including 53. And the eighth day is everything that is left. It's the eighth day, the ninth, which means יום השמיני, מנ"ד, עד הסוף, ממש עד סוף הדף האחרון שבא אחריו. כולל בעלותך, up till here, up till the end, because בעלותך, the beginning of בעלותך starts when Aaron HaKohen lights the menorah. So this is the same, he lights the candles, this is the end of the eighth day, so it starts. כן, בדיוק. The eighth day starts from verse 54 until the end of everything. Okay, we made copies for you. Yes, including בעלותך. Because פרשת בעלותך, you see, it says, וידבר השם אל משה לאמור, דבר אל אהרון ואמרת אליו, בעלותך את הנרות אל מול פני המנורה. Over here, Hashem gave him a nevuah that his children are going to light the candles on Chanukah. And so from this, we read the whole until the end of the page. Okay? It's a big merit to read it. Why? Because Parashat HaNesiim is about gratefulness. Parashat, the portion of the Nesiim, of the presidents that gave their gifts to the Mishkan, dear ladies, to show their gratefulness to Hashem. They all gave the same thing. And Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu to write each one of them again, instead of writing, that all of them, writing their names one after the other, and then to say that all of them brought sheep, the amount of sheep, and brought gold, and brought all the presents that they brought to the Mishkan. Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu to write each and every one of them separately, and everything that they brought, even though it repeats itself with each one. Why? To teach us gratefulness. So once we do this, we are showing our gratefulness to Hashem. And not only this opens the gates of heaven for Klal Yisrael, because there are deep secrets in what the Nesiim, the presidents, gave to Hashem. And it awakens up Mashiach. So it's very important that you will read it. You have it translated also in English. Now we're going to give out, B'siyata Dishmaya, what we're going to read and pray next to the candles. Please give it out in both, and I'm going to speak with you. Right next to it, the translation in English. I'm going to explain everything to everyone. Okay? Just see that everybody has one. כן, יום רביעי בבוקר. Please see that everybody has one. Somebody is missing one? גם לנשיאים, לקחת לנשיאים?
כן, לנשיאים ולא לקחת.
תקחי לה גם לנשיאים. אוקיי.
Another one here?
Who doesn't have? I'm going to explain, you're going to write next to it. No, I have it בלי נדר, we need to translate it. אבל בסייעתא דשמיא, for now I don't have it in English. לבריאות. Okay, everybody has one? בדיוק כל הברכות. Okay, please pay attention. Dear women, this is a סגולה for women. That's what's written. סגולות עצומות לחג חנוכה לנשים. These are big סגולות for women for חג חנוכה. So it's written at the beginning, כל אחד לאחר הדלקת נרות חנוכה, סגולה עצומה, כל יום לאחר הדלקת נרות חנוכה, סגולה עצומה לנשים. Every day after lighting the candles of Hanukkah, this is a big סגולה to do these things. לשבת חצי שעה ליד הנרות הדולקים, to sit next to the candles while they are lighting, to sit next to them for half an hour. לא לעשות מלאכה, not to do work, just to enjoy the candles and to pray. להסתכל על הנרות ולהתפלל. To look at the candles and to pray. לשאוב מהנרות את האור הגנוז, dear women, to take from these candles the light that was hidden for tzaddikim, את האור הגנוז לצדיקים מבראשית. השתמש בו לראות that the tzaddikim used to use it to see from the beginning of the world till the end of the world, and all of the righteous tzaddikim used to look at it. To look in this light, dear women. And over here we have a few, the Baal Shem Tov, Rashash, Or HaChaim HaKadosh, Abba Meir, Abu Chatzira וכולי, all of the tzaddikim. יכול לראות מקצה העולם עד קצה העולם, from the beginning of the world to the end of the world. We are receiving, אנחנו מקבלים מתנה את האור הגנוז בכל 8 ימי החנוכה. All of the 8 days of Hanukkah, it's a present for us, this light of the tzaddikim. That is in this light. לעתיד לבוא, כשיגיע משיח, at the end of days, when Mashiach will be here, משיח צדקנו במהרה בימינו אמן, he will bring back this light. So, dear ladies, it's a big mitzvah to light through with the oil. If you can with oil, it's a big thing. If you can't, it's also okay. But it's mitzvah מן המובחר להדליק בשמן זית, with olive oil. But when you have a bottle of olive oil, which you light the candles, you have to say atnai before this. This atnai is a condition to say that you use the oil for lighting the menorah, but everything that stays that you didn't use, you can put it b'siyata dishmaya and use it for other things during the year. But if not, you cannot use this oil that you prepared to light the menorah. Do you understand? You have to say that at night, condition, write it down. צריך לעשות תנאי. אם לא, קנינו בקבוק ונשאר, and we want to use it. If we bought a bottle and we want to use it, we cannot use it. Once we use it and we didn't say a condition that we are going to use from this oil the amount that we need to light for 8 days, and what is left over we can use it for other things, we cannot use it.
What if I already have olive oil that I light anyway my Shabbat candles, and I was going to use it obviously for Hanukkah as well?
Okay, so you have to say that, it's a condition, you say that. את אומרת תנאי, את אומרת אני משתמשת בזה לנרות חנוכה וגם לנרות שבת. Mavina? Yes.
But I bought already with the fill out the...
That's something else. I'm talking about a person who buys a bottle, okay? This you have to make a condition. This is by halacha, you need to make...
Fill out like that. I'm going to say this will be for Hanukkah and whatever will be left.
Yes, bead, you can, yes. For everything that I need, other candles that I light. Okay. While we are sitting in front of the candles, look over here at the list. We read chapter 90, only the last verse of chapter 19 Tehillim. Chapter 19, it starts, Vayinoam Hashem Elokeinu Aleinu. Only the last verse of chapter 19 Tehillim. And then we continue immediately with chapter 91. We read this in this way 7 times loudly. The 8th time we read it quietly, okay? Every time when we light the candles, 7 times we read it loudly. The 8th time we read it quietly.
But 7 times also the last verse of...
Ken, all this. It's the last verse of chapter 90, Vayinoam Hashem Elokeinu, and then chapter 91, all of it. All of this, 7 times loudly, 1 time, the last time, the 8th time, quietly. Okay, whisper it.
91.
Yes, this is Vezot Chanukah. We'll speak about it. Yes, bli neder.
7 times Ragil.
Vayinom, yes. You start with Vayinom and then you go Yoshev Besater Elyon. Yes, but you just say the last verse of chapter 90 and then 91. All of this 7 times you repeat, and the 8th time you do it quietly. Okay? This is the half hour that you're sitting next to the candles.
הסופגניות הן קרות.
מה?
It's like you just open your
קודם כל, כן. You light the candles, you say the blessings of the candles when you light the candles. Then you say, dear women, I wrote it for you over here. הנרות הללו, you say מעוז צור, and then you sit down and do this, okay? First you say הנרות הללו שאנו מדליקים. And then you sing מעוז צור with all of the children, and then sit down and open the book of Tehillim, and we start with the last verse of chapter 90 of Tehillim, only the last one. The last verse, Tehillim, פרק צדיק, רק הפסוק האחרון, וינום השם אלוקינו אלינו, ואז מיד מתחילה, כשגמרת אותו, ויושב בסתר עליון, בצל שדי התלונן. ישר ממש, ואת ממשיכה את זה, את כל הסט הזה, 7 פעמים את עושה. בסדר? 7 times. אבל בכל רם, בפעם זה להציל אותנו מכל המזיקים. It means, וינום השם אלוקינו עלינו, dear women. Why do we say וינום השם אלוקינו עלינו? We say also that when we prepare food, when we do the challah, before we do הפרשת challah. Why do we say this chapter? Because this verse means that may Hashem's blessing will be upon everything that we did with our hands. Because He gave us the strength to do it. So this is what we are saying. While once we lit the candles of Chanukah, and Yosef Beseter alone has a lot of secrets. Because it says over there that Hashem puts His angels to protect us. We are asking protection from all of our enemies. And what a day like Chanukah that we need to ask, especially now with what's going around us. Look at the land of Israel. Look at all of the enemies that are around it. Look at the anti-Semitism that is in the world. We need to say that again 7 times loudly, and then the 8th time you say it quietly. All of this set, the last verse of chapter 90 and the whole 91 chapter, okay? Then let's continue. Then we say chapter Lamed, Shir Chanukat Habayit LeDavid, Mizmor Shir Chanukat Habayit LeDavid, chapter Lamed 30. Write it down. It's Lamed over here, but it's 30. Chapter 30, the second one, you see? Chapter 30. So we have 90, the last verse, and then 91. This is a set of 8 times, okay? 7 loud, and the 8th one quietly. Whisper. ככה רושמים whisper?
W-H-I-S.
Wait, just רק רגע נשמה. And the last time we whisper.
W-H-I-S-P-E-R.
Okay. This is one thing. Now, מזמור שיר חנוכת הבית לדוד. This is חנוכת, yes. But it has secrets in it. This is the song for Chanukah, the celebration of the house of King David. The secret is that Mizmor Shir Chanukah, the initials, show us what the Greeks did not want us to keep. The Mem, the Shin, and the Chet. Mem, Shin is for Shabbat. The Greeks did not want the children of Israel to keep Shabbat. Okay? Mem is Milah. They did not want them to do circumcision. And then Chet the Chodesh. They did not want them to keep Rosh Chodesh. 3 things. Mizmor, Shir, Chanukat Habayit LeDavid. It's in the secrets of the Mizmor. So let's continue. We read chapter 30. After this is chapter 30 in Tehillim. And then we read chapter 33. And over here in chapter 33 we have Nafsheinu Chikta LaHashem. You see? Nafsheinu Chikta LaHashem in chapter 33. Our soul waited for Hashem. We are waiting for Mashiach. That Hashem will put the king above all of the children of Israel and above all of the world. And then we read chapter Samech Zayin. Samech Zayin is chapter 67. Then we read chapter, in this order, 19. Then we read chapter 100. Everything here is to praise the name of Hashem. The first chapters are to ask from Hashem to protect us from enemies. But 19, 100, dear women, 67, from over here, you see, until 33, everything is to ask from Hashem to protect us. But from 67, we are going to read the 67 just like the menorah. Okay, the menorah. You have to read it and imagine the menorah. Each verse in 67, like the menorah, okay? We read the menorah, when you see the chapter written like this, we read it from left to right. This is the first verse, this is the second, this is the third, then this is the fourth, this is 5, 6, and 7. They're exactly the same amount of words on each side of the verse. You'll see, count the words. That's why it is exactly the menorah. Wow. And I remember I gave you a lesson about it. And we read it from left to right because from judgment to mercy. So Hashem, b'siyata dishmaya, will soften the judgments and bring mercy upon the children of Israel and Klal and the whole world.
Do we have to read that again?
So we read, this is to praise the name of Hashem. 67, 19, 100, and then we read 133. 133. At the end, we say, Ana bekoach. You remember from the Siddur, you have it in the Siddur. You have it over here written, but the ones that need it in English, you have it in the Siddur translated. Ana bekoach gdulat yeminecha tertir tzura. This is the name of Hashem, the initials that create the name of Hashem, the 42 letters of the name of Hashem. Ana bekoach, which means each one of them for one day. Ana bekoach is for Sunday, and then we have kabel rinat amecha for Monday, and then nagibor dorshei yechutcha for Tuesday. Then we have barchem tarem for Wednesday. Then we have chasid kadosh for Thursday. Then we have yagel for Friday and for Shabbat. Shema tzakatenu, dear women, this is for Shabbat. You have it over here, dear ladies. With this, we end the reading of the Tehillim next to the menorah. I would like to tell you, it's a big mitzvah to say Ala Michya. I know that everybody's on diet. And diet, this is the invention of the evil inclination that we won't say brachot, blessings. This is the invention. You have to know. Harambam says everybody can eat everything. Okay? But in a measure. Not in extreme measure, but in a measure. There are small donuts. We can eat a donut enough that we can say the blessing. It's a big merit to say Ala Michya. It's a big merit to say mezonot. I'm looking at it, and sometimes I say, I have to tell you, I hear people say, and even myself sometimes, I don't have time now for amotzi, I would take mezonot. You know what the kind of merit we have when we say Birkat HaMazon? All of the blessing comes into our house. But the evil inclination found a way that it will give us to do like we are doing. We'll do a mitzvah, but to take a bigger mitzvah from us. Nice. He says, yes, this bigger mitzvah, I won't let you do it, I will let you do the small. There's the diet that you eat only she'akol, everything that she'akol, which means that the last blessing after it is, borei nefashot. So dear ladies, so you can eat, fruits, and you can eat vegetables. This is also, but this is again, the evil inclination prevents from us to say the blessings of mezonot, the blessings of motzi lechem min haaretz. Dear ladies, after a long life in this world, after we go back inside, we didn't finish with our paper yet. After we go, the body goes back to the ground, and the soul goes to heaven. All of those blessings will stand for us. Not the calories, but the blessings. So don't prevent, because I came, to places to do a brachot party, and there were women that said, I'm not eating mezonot because I'm on a diet. And I said, but eat shiur just for the blessing. It's a big merit. You're creating a big angel to protect you. You don't see it now, but once you go to heaven, you will see all the angels, because they come and announce, and they say, I am an angel that was created from this and this mitzvah on this and this day, on this and this hour, on this and this year. So dear ladies, don't prevent from yourself. It's a big mitzvah. So I'm not telling you to sit down with all of the donuts in front of you, But one a day will not make us big, and there are all the different sizes of donuts. So it's not a big deal to eat one. It's a big zchut to bless, and it's a big zchut to say ala michya. And to tell you the truth, they are so good and delicious. So it's a מאוד מפתה גם לאכול.
Oh yeah.
אני חושבת שאת אוכלת הכי
אני... I would like to remind you that while we are saying the Tehillim, when we finish each chapter, please look at the light of the candles. And then, dear women, it's a big Shat Ratzon. Shh. It's a big Shat Ratzon. Listen very carefully. It's a big hour of will. It's a time of will after we said the Tehillim and looked at the candles. So, bless for refuah shlema, bless for marriage, bless for good parnasa, bless metir asurim. First ask for Mashiach and ask for Eliyahu Navi Zachur Latov. Don't say Eliyahu Navi, it's not enough. Eliyahu Navi Zachur Latov, the whole four words, because all of this is against evil inclination and against also slandering and against evil eye. The whole four words, Eliyahu Navi Zachur Latov, there are secrets inside it. אליהו הנביא זכור לטוב, להזכיר את כל המשפט, mention all of the sentence, not part of it, all of it. Don't say only אליהו הנביא, say אליהו הנביא זכור לטוב.
אז מה אמרת רפואה שלמה?
רפואה, mention, once we finish the Tehillim, please mention. רפואה שלמה, זיווגים, which means to be healthy, to get married, מתיר אסורים, if somebody is prisoned or there's עגונות, מתיר אסורים, or somebody is going with a goy, מתיר אסורים, לבקש בסייעתא דשמיא משיח, dear ladies, זרע בר קיימא, children, for women that they will have children, it's a big שעת רצון, it's an hour of will to say this. So please bless Klal Yisrael, and please bless our soldiers, and bless Klal Yisrael in the land of Israel and abroad, outside of the land of Israel. That may Hashem will give us the merit to see the third temple. May we have the merit to go to the land of Israel with happiness. And may we have the merit to see Mashiach with kindness and mercy. And may we have the merit to see Eliyahu Navi Zachur Latov, to announce the redemption of Klal Yisrael and the whole world. B'siyata d'ishmaya. Now the first day of Chanukah, write it down, honey, Sigalit, שתרשום את זה, first day of Chanukah, 8th day of Chanukah, זאת Chanukah, and Rosh Chodesh, please write it down, 3 days, first day of Chanukah, 8th day of Chanukah, and Rosh Chodesh Tevet, which will be on Tuesday. The week after Tuesday is Aleph. Rosh Chodesh, which means Monday night is Ken. Monday night is the eve of Rosh Chodesh. לא יום שני, not next Monday, the Monday, the following Monday, yes. 29. Yes.
Okay.
No, Ken, the 29? לא, Tuesday is Aleph Tevet. זה 28, לא, it's 27th. The eve of Rosh Chodesh Tevet, of the month of Tevet, the first day, the eve is the 27th. כן, שיומיים.
שני ושלישי.
שני ושלישי. So it's מתחיל Sunday night.
29
לא. 28, לא. שבוע אחרי זה.
אוקיי.
שבוע אחרי. א' טבת, the first day of טבת is on Tuesday. אז הלמד זה ביום שני. כן, בסייעתא דשמיא. So א' טבת זה Tuesday. So, dear ladies, on Rosh Chodesh, the eighth day of Chanukah, which is Zot Chanukah, and the first day of Chanukah, which will be Wednesday next week, B'siyata Dishmaya, please don't work during lighting the candle and half an hour, don't do anything, just sit and pray. At least on these 3 days. If you can, all of the 8 days, it's better. But if you can't, at least 3 days. First candle, 8th candle, and Rosh Chodesh. Okay? Ner Shmini Shel Chanukah. On the last day of Chanukah, Ner Shmini, which is, we are going to be, B'siyata Dishmaya, it will be on a Tuesday night. that day will be Aleph Tevet, the first day of Tevet. Tuesday night is the eve of Bet Tevet. It's the 8th candle of Chanukah. Dear ladies, it's a sgula for Zera Bar Kaima. Lama Zera Bar Kaima? Why is it sgula for having children? When I say Zera Bar Kaima is children. Remember, Zera Bar Kaima is children. This is sgula for children. I'm going to give you a few sgulot now. For having children, for the women that have problems to having children. So first of all, even I will have, Rabbi Mordechai Leah, Zchuto Tagen Aleinu, said that even for children who have problems in speaking, children that do not speak well, ילדים שלא יכולים לדבר טוב, in order to, סגולה, that you remember we take on the kiddush, we have wine in the cup, and we take a cup and we put water inside, and then we put 3 drops of water on the wine to soften the judgments of wine. To drink the water that is left is a sgula to speak, to have an ability to speak. It's sgula for a lot of things, but especially to have the ability. If a child does not speak well, Ken. Any Shabbat, every Shabbat, when we, especially on Chanukah, it will be Shabbat Chanukah, the water, we take a cup and we put 3 drops of water to soften the judgments of the wine. And then the Father blesses over the wine, Kiddush b'Shabbat. The water that is left is a sgula to drink it to a lot of things. Among them is to speak, to have the ability to speak. מה? אפילו, תוסיפי 3 טיפות מים, כן. אפילו, תוסיפי 3 טיפות מים. תשימי יין. תדאגי שאותו יום יהיה לה יין. Dear ladies, סגולות, I'm going to give you, בסייעתא דשמיא, Hashem will give you now סגולות for children. Shh. It's written בחומש בראשית, dear ladies, פרשת וירא. It's written over there, ותצחק שרה בקרבה. פרשת וירא. כן, כן, it's written, ותצחק שרה בקרבה. To be happy is a sgula to have children. Because Sarah couldn't bring children to the world. After she titzchak, she laughed, she was happy. Dear ladies, she had children. Sgula leladim is simcha. To be besimcha. Sgula to have children, achnasat kala. Achnasat kala. To give money for women that are getting married and they don't have money, to give charity so they can make their wedding, is sgula to have children.
And to get married.
And to get married. אני מדברת עכשיו בעיקר על בזרע בר קיימא. It's a sgula to have children, to read chapter 17 in Tehillim. Chapter 17 in Tehillim says, וצפונך תמלא בטנם. In chapter 17 in Tehillim, ישבעו בנים. There's a verse in chapter 17 at the end of the chapter in Tehillim that says, וצפונך תמלא בטנם שבעו בנים, which means you're going to fill their bellies and they will be שבע. Satiated. And you'll be satiated with children, with boys. Dear ladies, this is a sgula, chapter 17 in Tehillim. סגולה by Rabbi Chaim Falaji, זכותו תגן עלינו, to give before שבועות to תלמידים חכמים, to כולל, and תלמידים חכמים and scholars in Torah, 104, either $104 or shekels, the amount of 104. Why? Because to have children you need a male and a female. Son in Hebrew, ben, in Hebrew, bet is 2 in numerical value, nun is 50, it's 52. 52 multiplied by 2 is 104. So sgula lebanim, to give charity to kolel, dear ladies, especially on Shavuot, especially before Shavuot, to give charity to scholars who study Torah. 104, the amount of 104. Twice Ben. Another סגולה זה הדודאים. Dudaim is a plant. You remember that Rachel Imenu didn't have children, and Reuven, the firstborn of Leah, took Dudaim and gave to his mother because she also stopped having children. But Rachel saw the Dudaim. The Dudaim is a plant that is buried inside the ground, and it has a shape of a boy and a girl. It has a shape of a human being. It says that you cannot take, if you take it out from the ground with its root, the one that takes it out dies once it takes it out.
Yeah.
But usually they take an animal to take it out. The Dudaim has sgula for children, to have children. So Dudaim is also a sgula. And another sgula, מה מתוקה?
לאכול את זה?
לא, להחזיק אצלך דודאים. כן, שיהיה לך דודאים. Another סגולה is תפילת חנה. Dear ladies, תפילת חנה. Hannah the prophet, we say that every morning in תפילת שחרית. Hannah did not have children. And the second wife, Penina, had children. Hannah davened to Hashem so she can have children. So a sgula is to say the prayer of Hannah, to say the prayer of Hannah, and to ask and to tell Hashem that this child will put him in a yeshiva and he will be a scholar in Torah. This is a big sgula. Another sgula, I think I gave you almost everything else. Another sgula, and this sgula is good for everything always. ושב בנים לגבולם. This is that Mashiach will come. And this is the tshuva. Dear ladies, that will repent to Hashem and will go back to the land of Israel. I would like to tell you, dear ladies, a big sgula for everything is charity. Tzedakah, charity and again charity. Don't be cheap. Open your hands to charity. Nothing is yours anyway. It's a big sgula to give charity for everything. Tzedakah tatzil mimavet. Charity saves from death. So charity is a big sgula for everything that we need. Please give charity. So let's continue. I told you that the 8th day is a sgula to have children. Now, dear ladies, I told you about the tnai, the condition that you need to do, to say before, for the oil. כן. אחר כך, בסדר? שנייה מתוקה. Again, the oil that is left over inside the containers, you put it together, aside, in a container. You know, you have the small containers, and then not always everything is burnt inside, so you have small amounts. Put it in a container. This is a sgula for refuah. This becomes, after that, you can put it if you have a petza, if you have something.
After the 8th day?
Yes, after the 8th day, you can use this sgula. Yes, add it in a container. This is a sgula for health. גם לשושנה, אני לא יודעת איך אומרים שושנה באנגלית. בשושנה, you know, how do you say that in English? Rose? No, but Shoshana, you know, there are people that have on their legs Shoshana.
זה פריחה, זה משהו כמו פריחה.
איך? לא יודעת. It's something, it's good, dear ladies, for refuah. This oil is good, especially because there was healing around it. You blessed, you spoke loudly, you said everything is in this oil. Just like when we prepare the food for Shabbat. Lichvot Shabbat Kodesh, we bless everything. All the blessings are in the food, which means this food is not only physical, it's spiritual. So it's the same thing. And it has a sgula for health, the siyata dishma, the oil. הכל, אפשר לעשות, אפשר תנסי, it's סגולה. Dear ladies, another thing, we collect the ptilot. I forgot the word of the ptila. Ptila. wicks. We collect the wicks and put it for Pesach. We put it aside for Pesach, just like we do with Arava and Lulav, livriut. In order, dear ladies, to burn it with a chametz. So the wicks, we put it aside to burn it with a chametz. It's a big sgula that the oil that we want to put in the menorah, we put it in Sukkot before we use it, livriut. Before we use it, we put it inside the sukkah, so it will have the sgula of all the ushpizin, all of the blessings and everything, and then you put it aside for Chanukah. So next year, bli neder b'siyata dishmaya, Sukkot, when you sit in the sukkah and when you decorate the sukkah, put also the container, the bottle of oil that you're going to light the candles of Chanukah inside the sukkah. Then all of the ushpizin and everything will be all the guests of Chanukah, Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Moshe, Aaron, Yosef, Tzaddik, David, Melech, all of them, all this light of tzaddikim will be in this oil. I want to tell you, dear ladies, that I love you. And I thank Hashem for the merit that He gave me the zchut to do this with you, to give you halachot, because he or she who studies halachot has a part in the true world. These halachot are written. Hashem says, look at my daughters. They're writing. They're putting, you will see it. In the true world, they will show you what you have written. You are shown everything that you did, that you made an effort for the Torah, including your writing. It's not enough to listen. Once we write down things, it stays here. It's part of the way we study, dear ladies. Because if we forgot something, so if you have a notebook, please staple it to your notebook. Don't throw anything away, because the name of Hashem is inside. I would like to bless all of us בסייעתא דשמיא, שיתגלה משיח צדקנו במהרה בימינו אמן. שיגיע מבשר אליהו נביא זכור לטוב, לעולם ייפרד אדם מחברו בדבר הלכה, יחיד ורבים, הלכה כרבים. I love you. חנוכה שמח.
Who is collecting this envelope?